Well, what's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. How y'all Tuesday going? Because let me tell you what's happening up here in Minnesota. They've been on the news talking all this negative stuff about some blizzard or snowstorm that we supposed to be having today. Just all this negativity. I'm sick of it. Let me look outside. Yeah, it's snowing outside. Yeah, it's supposed to start at 12 and it's snowing. So there's that. I'm sick of the snow. Happy Tuesday. Y'all know I'm coming to y'all with a new Tuesday Talks with Tiff. So I hope everybody's having a good day. So let's get into this week's subject, but I do want to give y'all a little disclaimer. This is my second to last episode of the year. Usually I take a little break, around about Christmas, New Year's time, just because it's my favorite time of the year, nostalgia with family and friends and different things. But I'm also going out on a medical leave too. So I will talk to y'all more about that next week. But let's get into this week. So I am coming to y'all with something that I've had to deal with recently. And I've also had to deal with it in the past. So let me just give y'all a little word of advice on it, okay? Let's talk about walking away, okay? So I feel like it's easy for us to walk away from certain things when there is a reason to. And most of the time, it's a red flag or a bad reason to. Like, oh my goodness, this person stopped communicating. This person, don't like me no more. Or this job is not giving me the satisfaction that I need. This school is not right. This home is not right, etc., etc. We always kind of look at the negative parts of red flags. But what if you are the red flag? And I don't mean that in a bad way, I mean that in a good way. What I mean is, what if the timing is off? What if you're just in a season of not right now? Though we sometimes want to move on and move around and do certain things, sometimes we have to stand still and pay attention to what our mind, body, and soul is saying to us. So, what happens when there is no red flag on the opposite side of a situation you're thinking about walking away from? What do you do with that? How do you make the decision to walk away when it's actually good? So I'm gonna give y'all an example. So this one time, a long time ago, I was at orientation for a job and I got a phone call that I had got another job I had applied for, which would have made me more money. The only thing about that job was the hours. And I was physically in school. So I couldn't take that job. Oh man, I wanted to cry because I'm like, that's like so much more money. But I ended up taking the lower paying job, which I was able to pay all my bills. I was able to physically stay in school, graduated with not one but two degrees. But I ended up getting that second job that I turned down 2 years later, and I've been there ever since. So sometimes walking away from something that's good, that may not be the right time, you can't see what's going to happen in the future because I wouldn't have never known I would have got that second job or got a chance to even reapply for that second job years later. And mind y'all, this was during the recession. So I would have definitely lost my job, okay? I would have got that job and been gone. So I'm just saying to say we ain't psychics. We don't know what's going to happen in the future when we have to let things go. But why not take a chance? But I feel like we become so used to it has to have something negative attached. No, that job over there, something was wrong. I ain't like the supervisor. Something wrong with him. He got some issues or he got some this. Something wrong with her. She got this. But what if there is nothing wrong? What if there is no red flags? What if there's no feeling of, this is not going to work, this is not going to this, but you really internally know right now, I just need to be silent. I just need to be to myself. I just really, really need the time to figure these things out for me. I'm here to give y'all the answer. it is okay. But it's never going to come back around. I'm never going to get that house again. I'm never going to get that job again. I'm never going to get that type of man in my life again. It is okay. Like I said again, we've become a society that we always have to attach negative things to reasons why we have to make difficult decisions, whether that's in our love life, financial life, home life, family life, etc. But I'm here to tell you it is okay to walk away and do something good for you or stay silent. Because I feel like when the mind, the body, and the soul are all in accordance with each other, there's nothing that person, place, or thing is going to be able to fulfill in your life when you know you're on a different path and journey. So I'm sorry, boo. It's just not a good time. Right now, I need to be to myself. Right now, I need to focus on what I need to focus on. So I told y'all this is something that I had to deal with, you know what I'm saying, recently. And I had to put myself and my health over anything else. And when I say anything else, I'm talking about everything, everybody. I had to be selfish with me. And I mean, I grew up spoiled, so it's easy for me to be selfish with myself. But I'm not talking about a selfishness to a thing. I'm talking about selfishness to make sure that I'm here, that I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to do for me. And so that means anything that's not underneath that, I have no time for it at this moment. So I've had to, in some relationships, I've had to stop communicating with certain things. I had to pull back on some things that I needed to do. And I have to do that because I have to prioritize what's going on in my life right now. And it's not because anybody did anything bad, but it's because you have to make sure that you're doing the best for you. Sometimes it's all about you, and that's not a bad thing. But what is in your life at that time when it is all about you that you can't give it to, that's not a bad thing, but you need to walk away from it. Walk away. Trust and believe. Either it's going to circle back or either something better is going to come out of it. But don't get scared that if I make this decision, I'm going to end up alone. I'm going to end up without this job. I'm going to end up without this car or this house or all the thoughts that I had to. Because sometimes it takes one move to make that whole thing go into a circle and turn back around and say, wait a minute, here I am again, or here I am again, and I'm going to give you something else better. So take care of you in this season. Walk away, even if it's good, if you got a question about it, and learn how to live it for yourself and let the timing for you be for you. That's my Tuesday talk. So, y'all, until next Tuesday, y'all have a good week. Y'all come help me and rescue me out of this snow or this blizzard that's going on. And we will talk soon. And until then, be your own unique self. Bye, y'all.